End of August, I spent some time at the Mababa River Lodge. I then carried on in a westerly direction along the KHWAI River. This river forms the northern boundary of the Moremi National Park. There are no fences, and I expected to spot the same game as in the national park. The destination was a campsite at KHWAI Safari Grounds. As the campsite is situated at a side arm of the KHWAI River, there were always friendly neighbors around for whom the availability of water was essential. Game drives took place in the vicinity of the Mahoto campsite. Viewed from above, the area looks like this. I don't own a drone and had to film the aerial shots from my small plane. For this, I had to fly all the way from South Africa to the north of Botswana. Today is the second day at the KHWAI River. Yesterday's afternoon game drive indicated a lack of water birds, especially egrets, herons, etc. Approximately 30 to 50 kilometers further east at the Mababa River, which is the same river, there were many more. I have no explanation for this, but that's what life is. There's the Okavango Delta south of here, and maybe there are better feeding grounds north towards the inner part of Africa. But let's see what we will encounter today. Birds were also busy around the caravan. No need to drive far. Visible from the campsite, a pool with a permanent occupation by hippos, who did not stop making noises around the clock. An African legend tells the following story. During creation, the hippo pleaded with the Lord, "If you let me live in the water, I will only eat grass. I will distribute my dung openly so that it will be easy to find out that no pieces of fish are inside." Since then, the hippo distributes its dung on the surface of the water or at the shore to prove that it doesn't eat fish. Elephant bulls were frequently found at the water's edge, mostly wading in the water and feeding. Juicy grass was available in abundance. Giraffes are coming to the river to drink water. They are exclusively browsers and don't draw an advantage from the juicy grass. There was sufficient foliage left to pull them through the winter. The colors of the lilac-breasted roller are always spectacular, in contrast to the noise it makes, which is more like a terrible croaking. The long toes allow the jacana to walk on water plants without sinking too deep into the water. Like all cranes, the wattled crane is an elegant bird. In the grass, it is looking for frogs, small mammals, small reptiles, insects, and tubers. A rare photo of the Senegal cuckoo. Due to it mostly foraging in dense grass and in dense bushes, it makes it very difficult to get a good shot of it. Due to its broad hooves, the red ledgeway is well equipped, moving about on muddy ground without sinking too deep into the mud. I have often reported about the oxpeckers providing a service to the host animals by removing ticks and parasites. The cattle egret also picks some ticks off the legs of animals, but in the main draws advantages from the presence of the animals. While these large animals move, they chase insects into the air, which the cattle egret catches. That the naughty bird also lets itself carry on the back of the buffalo beats all records. The birds are so light that the buffalo don't seem to notice them, or they are under the impression that they are oxpeckers. Where there are large numbers of buffaloes, one is bound to find dead ones as well. Where there's plenty of water on offer, the great white egret finds many opportunities catching small fish. The hippos are not quite sure whether the egrets are not unwanted intruders. First, they have to inspect. Once they find everything in order, they can dive back into the water with their mind at ease. Wattled cranes are mostly spotted in pairs. This has created the assumption that they are pairing for life. The African darter, also named snake-neck bird. When swimming, only the neck protrudes above the water, giving an impression that a snake is swimming in the water. Oxpeckers not only service large animals, but do a good job also on smaller antelopes such as impalas. Waterbuck cows don't carry horns. It is always impressive seeing a variety of animals grazing peacefully side by side without disturbing each other. A situation like in paradise. This is the African wilderness. One can see that the zebras not only drink water, but also, like other animals, enjoy the juicy grass. A majestic kudu bull. It doesn't leave any doubt that kudus are browsers or leaf eaters. Luckily, not all bushes and trees lost their leaves during winter. This family group of elephants is more than 20 head strong. The group is led by an old and experienced cow. Young bulls are tolerated as long as they haven't reached sexual maturity. Not only the mothers look after the babies, but also aunts and nieces are actively involved in protecting the little ones. This establishes an efficient nursery for the babies. This is important as small elephants are vulnerable to lion attacks. A mature warthog boar with formidable tusks. The boar has 4 warts or skin folds. One of the boars had already a mud bath. Also a sow is part of the group. One can identify it by the 2 warts and the smaller tusks, apart from the plumbing. A solid treatment in the mud is of essence for protecting against ticks and parasites. An attractive waterbuck bull. The horns indicate that this one is not fully grown to full maturity. With lions about, one might be concerned about the safety of this young elephant, due to it, like other creatures of its age, tending to be curious and exploring its environment. But Mother is not far away. Her tusks don't leave any doubt that she can defend the little one. To get the required 200 kilograms of plant matter per day into its stomach, the elephant is feeding almost 20 hours per day. This elephant cow weighs probably only 4 tons, but even this weight needs to be supported by a lot of food. This red-billed spur fowl needs to shift a lot of sand during the day to find seeds, shoots, tubers, berries and insects. The spur-winged goose, so called after its small hooks and spurs at the leading edge of its wings. These can even be poisonous.